Hello everybody, once again this is Dota for Dummies. My name is Finch from Dota Inside and FlipSide Tactics. This episode is going to talk about stacking and pulling as a support player in the jungle and how it can assist your team, more specifically your laning partner, which is usually going to be a carry. For this game I'll be playing Crystal Maiden. I just want to show you guys just the basic idea of stacking and pulling. It's something that a lot of people don't understand. It doesn't really make that much sense, but once you see it in action, it does make sense. It's very simple, it's very easy to do, and if you're playing a lot of support, you're going to be doing this pretty much every game. So it's a good thing to keep on your belt. You can come into a bot game, you can practice, and get ready for a real game. So you know what, let me get some items for Crystal Maiden because she is slow. So cheats, dash gold, 5,000. Alright, so we get drums of endurance. Alright, because she's really slow. Now we can speed it up a little bit. So she can move quickly, and actually we need Stumpy, just in case.
Swiftly.
So we're going to start, we can just TP. Basically, hold shift. I talked about that in a previous episode. So the idea of stacking and pulling, you're going to be using this creep camp right here, and you're going to be pulling it into your lane. The idea is that these creeps are going to kill all of your creeps. This is going to do two things. The first thing, it's going to deny the enemy experience in gold, because if these guys are dying to neutrals, they're not going to die to someone from the dire side. Another thing it's going to do is it's going to keep your creep lane in this area. It's going to keep the equilibrium, and it's going to be really helpful for your team. You'll notice after a while they might be pushed up here if your carry's auto attacking a whole lot. If your carry's in this radius, he can get ganked from the river, from the back way, even from down here around. He can get ganked from a lot of different areas. Or rather, if your carry is sitting right here, close to the tower, you can have teleport support. You can, he has a lot harder to gank. They have to come down this way, or they have to come around that way. Like it's a lot better to have your carry sitting right here rather than sitting up further up. And then also, you're going to want to let your carry get as much last hits and experience as possible. So with Crystal Maiden, I missed the stack, so we'll do that next. You want to let them take as much experience and gold as possible. So if you're sitting right here trying to fight them for last hits, you're not helping. You don't want to do that. You want to, let them do as much as possible. If they're having a hard time, you're getting harassed a lot, then go there, protect them, harass back, all that kind of good stuff. But you want to try to stack and pull as much as possible, because that's how you're going to get experience and gold. So let's level up. L up. Let's go up to 10. There you go. So those are the cheats. I guess I probably should have made a video on that, but it doesn't matter. So 53 seconds is when we're going to want to pull. Wait, 51, 52, 53. So attack. You're going to run away. So that's going to stack this creep camp. You'll see exactly why we stack it. Actually, these centaurs are kind of a pain sometimes, so hopefully they don't stomp the ground and screw up our fun. Once again, you want to pull. It's going to be 15 through 17. So 15, 16, or 17 seconds. So we're going to pull. So 17. Come this way. Run towards the creeps. They're going to get on here. Now, sometimes he stuns, and it's super annoying.
Things are going to pick up real soon.
Alright, there we go. So he didn't screw it up.
I'll not argue.
Attack these guys again. Alright, so now you're going to see, now there's going to be a creep versus these dudes fight. If you can get the last hits, go ahead, hang out, try to get the last hits you best you can. In this case, I miss. And you can also deny, so deny your own creeps. And this really, really helps out. So now you can see that these guys are close to the tower. Your carry is going to be over this area. He's going to be safe, he'll be protected.
Down you go.
We'll try to get rid of these guys so I can do another pull. So that basically you can see there what happens if I wasn't auto attacking. They don't kill all. They would kill all the creeps. They would win. So you can deny your own creeps and you get the last hits on them to get golden experience. This is how you're going to be leveling up a lot of the time, and how you're going to get your gold. A lot of times support say, I don't have any gold because I didn't get kills or I don't get last hits. This is how you get your gold. This will help you buy wards and boots, which is kind of what all you need, as well as the courier and the flying courier. Alright, so that is a stack pull. It's going to kill your full creep wave. Your carry is going to be able to stand here and get last hits out of the tower. He'll be safe. He can even run backwards, back along this path here, towards this tower if you wanted to, and drag the creeps back this way so they meet up with one of your creep waves and get the last hits. It's something that's you should be doing as a support player, because it's going to really, really help out. And then next up, I'll show you guys just a regular old pull, and it does help out, but in a different way. If you do just a 1 stack pull, it's going to push their tower. So if your goal is to push this tower as quick as possible, then sure, go ahead, do a 1 stack pull, and it's really going to push that tower down. If you have pushing heroes like Leshrac or Nature's Prophet, you're going to be able to go over there and kill that tower. So once again, 15, 16, 17. So we're going to pull at 17. We're going to run down.
Your mid tower's in a bit of a bind.
There they are.
Swiftly.
One thing to note is it's 15 seconds, 16 seconds, or 17 seconds on the clock when you're on a pull. Or also you can do it at 45 seconds, 46 seconds, or 47 seconds. You can pull. And then also they respawn at the top of the minute. So at 5 minutes they're going to respawn again. If you pull at 53, you're going to be able to stack. So those are the kind of the only numbers. It sounds complicated. It's not. Those are the numbers you need to remember going forward. So you'll see here, obviously this fight looks like our creeps are winning. They're going to kill this guy too. So you got 3 creeps left over. Oh, look at that perfect.
Yes.
Screwed up my video, creeps.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here. Let me prove my point. Usually they don't do that, but if that works, that's awesome. But now you'll see these 2 dudes are going to come over here. They're going to join these buddies. So now we have a bigger creep wave here, and as well we have this next creep wave coming up. And that's going to push this tower quite a bit. So if your goal is to push the tower, go ahead and do a single creep camp pull. If it's not, then don't do that. Now everything you can do right here, you can also do on the dire side with this creep camp as well. You're going to want to attack it, run this way. You're going to stack it, and then when you want to pull, you just pull it up into the here, and it does the exact same thing. You can stack it, pull it. It's going to kill you the air full creep wave. If you just do it once, it's going to push this tower. So it's very interchangeable. You could do it on either side of the map. It doesn't matter.
I'll not argue.
And that pretty much wraps up stacking and pulling as a support. When do you want to do it? You want to do it when your creep wave is up here like this. It's pushed forward. I want to bring it back down here. So I'm going to stack this camp. I'm going to pull this camp, and then we're going to have the creep wave right back down here. When do you not want to do it? If your tower's almost dead and your carry's almost dead, he's getting harassed a whole bunch, don't pull the creep wave away and all of a sudden he's going to be by himself with no creep support, and the enemy has creep support plus the 2 heroes. They're usually just going to dive and kill him. So pay attention to kind of where he's at. And also, it's good if you're going to do it, go ahead and ping the map. So alt-click. You can ping over here, or you can type out, hey, I'm pulling, or if you have voice chat, say, I'm pulling. Let them know. They should be looking at the mini-map, but most of the time they're not going to be. Unfortunately, that's just the way of it. Just assume that they're not paying attention to the mini-map, and then that way they'll be aware that you're pulling, and they're not going to be standing here expecting another creep wave to come up, and they just never come. So let them know is that, and that pretty much wraps up stacking and pulling. There's also more complex stacks and pulls that you can do. Maybe I can stick those at the end if you guys are interested. If not, this is just the basic one, what you need to pay attention to most. So this was a Crystal Maiden, and thank you guys for watching. Send feedback to Dota Insight or FlipSide Tactics. You can find us at dotainsight.com or flipsidetactics.com as well. Hey guys, Finch back again. This is an episode kind of tack-on edition for the bonus poll section. This is the bonus poll for the Radiant side. It's going to be pulling this creep camp right here down into the wave like usual, but then what you're going to do is you're going to eat this tree with a Tango or a Quelling Blade, and then you're going to pull this back camp back here into the creep wave. This pull is just good to know. It's not something you're going to use every single game. Stacking and pulling is still a lot easier in my opinion, but this is one of those things that if you do know it, it just makes you a better player. So go ahead and practice it, because it does take a little bit of timing and a little bit to work on. You could also do the same thing on the dire side with this camp here over to the large creep camp, which I will tack on at the end. So we see here we got our alpha wolf spawning. We're going to go ahead and pull at the usual time, anywhere between 45 and 47. This is the usual sweet spot, so we're going to go ahead, smack him, we'll pull him back. Now the one nice thing with this is the goal is it's going to give you the same amount of effect as stacking and pulling would, or at least close to it, without you having to stack. So this is good if you didn't get the opportunity to stack. This works. So we're going to eat this tree right here.
Here I come.
And the tricky part, where I don't suggest it to a lot of newer players, is you really need to time it to where when those guys are about to die, these guys come in. So we'll go ahead and we're gonna pull these guys back.
Let's go.
The other fella's aiming to wreck
And
your
these
bottom
two
tower.
creeps are gonna chase after these guys. You see, we managed to eat pretty much a whole wave, and if you're still able to get a couple last hits on these guys too, it's even better.
Just right.
So this is the bonus pull for the Radiant side. As you see, we eat the whole creep wave just with these two creep camps, and then if you're able to get all these last hits, and it's gonna be a lot of gold. So that about wraps up this side of the map. I'll show you guys the dire side right after this. Hello everybody, Finch again, bringing you the second bonus pull, this one on the dire side. Like I said last time, this is a good pull to know. You don't need to do it every single time, but it is nice to at least have the knowledge of it, so if you do need it, you're ready for it. So just the usual pull here, pulling that camp into the creep wave. The biggest difference in this one, we'll deny this guy, is we're going to be pulling this large camp down here, up this way to fight our creeps.
Fangs of ice.
Your top tower's in trouble.
Forward.
And then there you go. So, like I did there, a little block. It's a little bit more difficult to time. That's why I say this one is good to know, but it's not necessarily you do it every single time. It's one of those things, if you have the opportunity to do it and you didn't stack that camp, do this and take advantage of both camps of experience. And then also, too, you're going to get more gold from this camp, which is always, obviously, a really good thing. I mean, if you just get the last hits on 2 or 3 of these guys, you're going to pretty much have enough for another set of wards. But that pretty much wraps up this pull for the dire side. If you're playing support. Once again, thanks for watching. You guys can find more info FlipSideTactics.com and DotaInsight.com to see more of me. Questions, comments, feedback, all that kind of good stuff. Let us know.